Gentleman yields back. Chair now recognizes the gentlelady from New Hampshire, Ms. Goodlander.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses for being here today. Admiral, you are the commander of America's oldest and largest combatant command. I just want to begin by talking about the threats we face. Can you confirm for us what your current assessment is of the top threat to our national security that America currently faces in the Indo-Pacific region?
Congresswoman, the People's Republic of China and their capabilities they built within the People's Liberation Army are the biggest threat to the security, the freedom, and the well-being of the nation. Russia also has a sizable Pacific fleet with whom they are growing in their exercises with the PRC. And I also acknowledge the threat of North Korea, which is significant and growing in cooperations with the others, and violent extremist groups as well.
Thank you for that, Admiral, and thank you for your testimony on the importance of public shipyards in this country. My home state that I'm proud to represent, of New Hampshire, plays a central role in our maritime security, and protecting the livelihood of our shipyard workers is a top priority for me here in Congress. I want to ask you about China's growing aggression in the maritime domain. We just saw last month the threat that Chinese warships pose to our partner, Australia. How should we be thinking about China's growing naval capabilities, and who our most important partners and allies will be in addressing this line of threat?
Well, thanks for affirming the role of, Congresswoman, thanks for affirming the role of public shipyards. My dear father was a shipyard worker at a shipyard that is no longer in commission. That's what he did for his life's work. So thank you for that. And Portsmouth Naval Shipyard is tops, absolutely tops. And we affirm that, and we benefit directly for that in Indo-PACOM. The People's Republic of China are building 6 combatants per year. They're actively building aircraft carriers, and they're getting better. They've embarked on a program of nuclear ballistic missile attack submarines. They're working on a next generation. They're working on nuclear-powered submarines in their Shang 3 series, and they're building at a high rate. But as we think about it too, it's not just Navy on Navy, because when we say all domain, that is really the capability of the entire joint force to action that which is threatening us, and to do so in unison, to be affecting it cross-domain. So these rates of build are concerning, and we've got to pace that with the entire joint force, but that includes significantly increasing our shipmaking capability.
Thank you for that. You've testified that America's network of allies and partners is our most significant asymmetric advantage in the Indo-Pacific region. We heard testimony yesterday about the importance of the role that our support for Ukraine has in deterring threats in Europe. Does our support for Ukraine deter threats in the Indo-Pacific region?
Congresswoman, Russian failure and/or Russian success has a direct bearing on the PRC's calculus, and they're watching very closely.
So I want to ask more about how we strengthen our partners and allies. I agree with what has been said by many of my colleagues in this hearing. I'm very concerned about what impacts a global trade war against some of our most important allies in the region will have on our national security and our national defense. General, I want to ask you about South Korea. You testified just a few minutes ago that the South Korean system is working. It's in the midst of a constitutional crisis right now. What do you see? Why is that system working, and what have been the most important checks in that system for the continuance of South Korea's democracy?
Briefly, I will say simply that they read their rules. They understand the rule of law well. They also are following exactly what they said they were going to do. They were going to send things to a constitutional court. They were going to continue to move forward. What I would like to note is the stabilizing force that the military's been in that country, whether it be wildfires in the east or a training incident which affected a great portion of the population, the military has been able to do all the things that are necessary for that country to give time and space for their Constitution to do exactly what it said it was going to do.
Gentlelady's time